With the NFL season kicking off tonight, can Aaron Rodgers and the Packers hold off defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks at CenturyLink Field?
We discuss the fantasy football implications.
Heisman!
Football!
So Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers up against Seattle Seahawks.
Tough matchup.
One of the best secondaries in the league. Toughest matchup for a quarterback in week 1. Aaron Rodgers, start him or sit him?
What do you think still?
Look, I'm gonna have to say roll with Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
You invested a high round pick to get him. It's week 1. People are freaking out. People are thinking, oh, do I start Cecil Shorts over Jordy Nelson? You know what I mean?
Start Nick Foles against Jacksonville.
Do I start Nick Foles against Jacksonville?
I am though.
I would start Nick Foles over Jacksonville, versing Jacksonville over Aaron Rodgers. I know I just said trust your stud, but I'd say trust your stud.
Week 1.
If you think you're getting a top 5 quarterback for week 1, especially with Aaron Rodgers. I know that's contradictory. Depends who your backup quarterback is. Like I'm saying, like I've got Carson Palmer as my backup quarterback. I'm gonna roll with Aaron Rodgers no matter what.
Fair enough.
Projections wise, I'm thinking 1 touchdown, an interception, about 190 yards.
That gives you about 20, doesn't
I think
it?
he's gonna perform as Aaron Rodgers does. He can run, he can throw. That man's amazing. I actually think he's gonna be one of the top, if not the top scoring fantasy football studs of this year.
Heard it here first.
What do you reckon projection wise? What's he looking at?
I'm reckoning that he's gonna get around that mark you were just talking about, like 22 points. Like Seattle's a tough defense to throw against, but he has a lot of options.
That's true.
Cobb, Nelson,
and now Eddie Lacy brought out a running game,
so
they don't know what's at the throw.
Can help him out.
It's gonna be a closer match than you'd think. I'm guessing. Let's talk Eddie Lacy. Second year running back.
I'd start him.
You'd start Eddie Lacy.
He's got the Aaron Rodgers receivers giving him space. They won't just pack 8 men in there.
They won't pack the box. That's true. Yeah.
I can see him getting a touchdown. That's my prediction.
Yardage wise, what are we looking at?
60, 80 yards.
Yeah, I've got him pegged around 60, 65 yards, a touchdown. He's gonna do well. But like I said, you've probably picked him. Eddie Lacy's the 5th or 6th running back that goes off the board. You invested a high round picking him, play him. That's all. Just play. Start your studs unless we're in a situation with Aaron Rodgers and you have someone like Nick Foles.
Exactly. That's why you draft smart.
Draft smart, kids. Okay, so let's talk Green Bay receivers. Now we know Cobb's back from injury, but Nelson is still.
Is he number 1?
He's still number 1. Aaron Rodgers throws the ball more to Cobb, but as far as yardage is concerned and longer, more yards per season, it's Jordy Nelson. The Jordy Nelson Aaron Rodgers combination is still one of the best in the league.
Can't go wrong.
This game though, Nelson faces Richard Sherman, the best corner in the league. Debate a best corner.
Who's gonna win, the best corner in the league or the best white player that's not a quarterback in the league?
I'm gonna say Jordy Nelson gets shut out tonight. I don't like him this week.
Please don't get shut out.
I honestly think Cobb is the one you.
He's the danger man.
He's
doing punt returns as well, right?
I think he's actually doing punt. If he's not, either way, Randall Cobb, he's used in so many situations. He's absolutely amazing. I had him last year, and I feel like they're gonna throw more short balls. They're gonna run as much as they can. They're gonna throw a lot less against Seattle. I mean, do you think they're gonna be playing catch-up football?
Seattle or Green Bay?
Green Bay.
I could see that because Seattle are kings at getting picks and a lot of pick sixes. That could potentially happen. So
yep.
I get the feeling you're going to see a lot of Aaron Rodgers out there.
Yeah, so a lot of Aaron Rodgers, but still I take Cobb over Nelson this game. Projections wise for both Nelson and Cobb, what do you reckon? I don't see any of them breaking 100 yards. If they do, the closest, like I said, is going to be Cobb.
I agree, yeah.
Do you think Cobb
I
over Nelson?
Yeah, I see Cobb getting maybe 70 yards and a touchdown.
Look, we'll throw out projections, the points. It'll be somewhere on the screen for all the players. And yeah, so this game, it's a tough matchup, but general rule is start your studs. Okay, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Fantasy-wise, what are we looking at?
Well, I think that Russell Wilson, he could get a few touchdowns this game. Green Bay, not really known for their great defense. They're more known for their high-powered offense. So I can see Russell Wilson maybe even scoring a rushing touchdown.
I see him rushing in a touchdown.
Maybe
definitely.
even throwing another one. I see him getting around 25 points.
25. I think that's a good estimate. I do agree. I feel like he's gonna run in a touchdown this game. He's gonna throw one or two. He's gonna throw 2 touchdowns. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Like Liam said, the Green Bay secondary,
It's not amazing.
not as deadly as other secondaries in the league. So I do see Wilson having quite a field day today. Marshawn Lynch, so let's talk Seattle running back. Beast mode, and I guess we'll note on Michaels. So beast mode. A lot of people have been concerned about his workload. He's known for just getting an insane workload. Now he has a solid backup.
He does.
I still think they're going to pump the ball to Lynch.
Well, that's how Seattle goes.
That's how Seattle goes.
They're a run-first offense.
Michaels, throughout the season, is going to start towards the fantasy football, not the actual football playoffs, is when maybe they'll reduce Marshawn Lynch's workload just to keep him rested for the playoffs. But until then, Marshawn Lynch, he's going to get a lot of the ball started.
Carries.
What do you reckon he's going to get fantasy football points wise? In standard leagues, that's 6 points for rushing in a touchdown and 1 point for every 10 yards.
I can see Marshawn Lynch cracking 100 yards rushing and getting a touchdown. So I'm going to put him in the 18 to 20 points category.
Top 10 running back for week 1? Easy, I reckon.
Yeah,
Marshawn Lynch.
put him in. Lock him in. What's the other top 10?
The other top
Jamal
10.
Charles. Adrian Peterson.
Matt Forte.
Arian
I've
Foster.
got Aaron. We'll do top 10 week 1
Come
running
back to
backs
that.
after. Anyway, so let's talk receivers. They've got healthy so far.
Lord have mercy, they've got Percy.
They have Percy Harvin. He's finally healthy again. One of the most dynamic players when he is healthy. But he's a bit fragile.
If he stays healthy,
that's true. If he stays healthy, he's going to be
a lethal weapon.
absolutely amazing for you. If you got him, you're going to get very good production from him this week.
Right now.
Start him. Definitely start him. I see him toppling over 100 yards.
100 yards.
I think he's getting 100 yards. That's it. I actually feel like they're going to do a play where they rush with him. They use Percy in a lot of different ways. Is he doing returns?
No, that's Earl Thomas.
So they're taking off returns, but he's still going to get you a lot of fantasy football production. In fact, you're probably lucky that he's not doing returns now, so he's not going to risk the chance of injuring himself. I think he's going to be very productive this season in fantasy football.
I can see that.
Jermaine Kearse or Doug Baldwin, who would you take out of those 2 receivers? Because Percy's clearly wide receiver number 1, without a doubt.
I'm leaning towards Jermaine Kearse. He featured a lot more in Seattle's Super Bowl run last season. I remember him scoring a nice touchdown in the Super Bowl itself.
Yep.
He's a local Seattle boy. The fans love it. I would lean towards Jermaine Kearse more. I can see him on the pitch. I don't see him getting a touchdown though.
You don't see him getting a touchdown?
No, they're either going to run the ball with Marshawn or
throw it through to Percy. Red zone wise, Doug or Kearse? If one of them wants to get the ball, who do you reckon's going to come out with it?
I still think they're going to run with Marshawn in the red zone, but out of those 2...
If you had to pick one of those,
I'd pick those 2. I'd pick Kearse.
You pick Kearse. I'd probably have to agree. Doug Baldwin, I think he's actually one of my sort of like on my watch list. I think he's going to have a good season.
He's a sleeper.
Not week 1 though. You want to start the best It is your week 1. If you
Starts
lose your
before
week 1,
dubs.
if you lose your week 1, no big deal, because it's a new season. Josh Gordon was undrafted in a lot of leagues and became the top wideout.
Suspended first 2 games.
Suspended. Yep, suspended, and he's still. So there's still time on the waivers. We'll actually give you guys a list of waivers. Week 1 waiver pickups after or week 2 waiver pickups after the game, the Green Bay Seattle game. Betting wise, I got Seattle. I got Seattle down winning this game. If you have to pick one of the 2 teams for punters.
I have to go with Seattle. I just think their defense is amazing.
We saw what they did to Peyton Manning last year.
And their offense, it looks
The
better.
offense looks a lot better.
That's scary thought.
That is very scary.
Scary thought.
Yep. So I guess that's Green Bay vs Seattle. We'll be posting a lot more. Thanks for joining it. Bye.